And we are backstage, Kodak Hawley Smith Theater, with one of my favorite drummers in the world today, Mr. Eric Harland. Eric, welcome back to Rochester.
Oh, it's good to be here. Man, it's a fantastic city. Me and my wife had dinner last night at that, am I saying it right? The Armory?
Yeah, you got it, at the Armory, all right.
Trotter.
Yeah, Toronto.
Man, that's a great place. Yeah, great place. Just had
Oh, yeah, well, Rochester's got some serious places to eat, so I'm glad you're able to enjoy it.
Man, thank you. It's such a pleasure to be here. Yeah.
So talk about the journey. I mean, you've got your own thing happening, but talk about being and playing in this current band with Joey.
Man, for me, it's great because he's actually phenomenal. Sometimes you see child prodigies and they may have, like, a bag of tricks, and then the bag of tricks kind of tend to wear out. But he's the real deal, man. Like, playing with him fairly often, every night he's coming up with something different. He's not afraid to take risk. And that, he's like an old soul. I tease him because he reminds me of McCoy Tyner. Just the way that he kind of walks around. Like, he'd be like, hey, man, how you doing? Man, everything's cool with you? And I'm like, just older than me, and I feel old, but, So, yeah.
I just saw the pictures from his 13th birthday, and everybody's really excited. And Joey's like, yeah, it's cool.
Oh, man. Yeah, he's such a calm spirit. He's good to be around, and, but he still likes his video games. And, he likes to be a kid, but he definitely has this maturity about him that's just something that's very rare.
We're speaking with Eric Harland here on Jazz 90.1. So for you on the horizon, though, you've got so many different projects and so many different bands. How do you keep it all straight?
I don't. I just let it flow and then, really just see what happens. I think the nature of an artist is to be somewhat unorganized because, you're just at the liberty of just, ebb and flow all the time, like the muse, creativity. So if you plan too much, then you tend to lose the surprising element of life. And so I like to remain surprised by things. And so I stay in that flow, and all these things happen, and they tend to take care of themselves.
We're speaking with Eric Harland here on Jazz 90.1. Let's talk about the sound of surprise for a moment. In terms of when you're behind the kit and something happens, it's like all of a sudden you've got to make a quick decision to go left or go right. As a drummer, how do you do that? Because I'm always amazed how drummers can immediately pick up and go.
Well, that's, it's instinctual, but it's also trusting. You get used to just trusting that what comes out is supposed to come out. And then you learn how to orchestrate that. Because, you want to be able to control the sound, control everything that you want to do, but, maybe that's cheating a little bit if it's too perfect. So I like being able to just kind of flow with it, see what happens, and then if I can shape it somewhat, then that's the magic.
And you'll see the magic in about 1 hour and 45 minutes. Eric, thank you so much for taking jazz further, and thank you so much for your artistry.
I really appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me.